cheers. Got the. You know what? Well, why not?
Is that Tim Hortons?
It's Tim Hortons. We don't have that in
Looks
Florida.
like that looks like a Tim Hortons ice cap.
And
Tim
I'm
Hortons
not
is
getting an
everywhere.
ice cap. We don't have that down. Like, what does Tim Hortons even like anymore?
It's pretty trash now, but
I was gonna say
still
Wendy's
cheapest.
ran it down.
No, it's still the cheapest though. McDonald's is too expensive. Starbucks is way too expensive.
That's why that is right there. So, but listen, I
Tim
had to go
is
grocery
the-
shopping. I had to go to Target, and they get you with the Starbucks being in the Target.
Oh, so you sprung for the Starbucks, big spender.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Here's my question for you then.
Okay.
Are you a milk guy?
No, that's disgusting.
not by itself, but like cereal. Like, are you out here not eating cereal? Are you that? Like,
I don't eat cereal. No.
Okay.
I outgrew that.
Drink coffee?
No, I don't drink coffee.
You don't do anything with milk. You're lying.
No, I drink like tea, but not with milk.
Oh yeah, that's fine. Honey or whatever you put.
I put creamer in my tea.
Okay, so that's a dairy product right there.
Hey, but you said milk specifically. You didn't say dairy product, milk adjacent.
Okay, all right. So you don't use milk for anything?
No, I don't use milk.
That's crazy. If you had to use milk, if you're dying on an island somewhere, but someone walked up and said you have a choice of milk, what milk are you going for?
Oh, that's a chocolate milk. That's the easiest one.
Okay, so you're just drinking whole chocolate milk.
Yeah, I'm a child at heart. That's the only milk that I'll drink.
Not a child at heart. You're a child at heart, but you don't eat cereal?
Not really, no.
That's a lie.
If
you open up that fridge, and I swear to God, there better be milk in there. Or I'll be shocked if
there's no milk. There's no milk in there.
No oat milk.
I'll say no oat milk. Okay, that's a lie. I lied. But it's not. But it's not my milk. That's not my milk.
Okay, do you drink oat milk?
I don't drink it. No.
Okay. Well,
I think that milk is actually probably bad, to be honest.
Oat milk lasts forever. I'm gonna tell you right now. I have oat milk in my fridge, and it lasts like 5 months, and it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's not real milk, so I get it.
Yeah, we
drinking that.
Yeah, we out here milking these oats and almonds and coconuts.
Milk and almonds, oats. Don't know how you do it, but it's impressive.
So this is a football podcast, anyways.
Yeah. By the way, anyone who's watching, this is a football podcast.
What's the check down with Chandler and David? I'm Chandler, he's David, and episode 56. David, there's one. I just need one. There's one specific one.
Lawrence Taylor.
Thank you. Thank you. He sat on top of the football.
Junior Seau.
I don't think. No, he's like 50. We went over this a while ago. But, yeah, we're back. Free agency frenzy is going on. Absolutely crazy stuff happened this offseason. I think we're playing Madden. We said it last year.
Yeah.
And I think it's confirmed now that we're just playing Madden.
I think it's more confirmed that the NFL is officially the NBA.
I mean,
there's no difference.
I like it. I'd rather it be.
I love it. I love waking up and seeing Saquon gone. I love waking up and seeing McKinney. Gone. Everyone gone. Yard sale. Get rid of everyone. Oh, but let's keep Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
Let's add what's his fucking name? This dude.
Oh my God.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know who I'm talking about. But
fucking that's crazy. Honestly. Hey, it is what it is. I think we still got better. I do think we got better.
You got better by losing your best player.
I think we got better on the other side of the ball. We got Brian Burns. We got Jalen Mills. Both good players. I think we got better on that side of the ball. Stingley's not a bad player either. Or it's not Stingley. Sorry, Singletary is not a bad player. I think he's gonna be good. I think he's a good. I think he's a good, he's a B tier back that we got. We lost an A tier, A+ tier even.
You lost a top 5 running back in the league. Healthy top 2.
Which is fine. So long as we we added more pieces to help us win games at the end of the day. I think Saquon was great, but we weren't really winning with him.
Well,
So
honestly,
let's try
my
something
favorite.
new.
We'll get into this, and I guess we'll just start off with the Giants. So we're doing a tier list today, and we'll start with the
Yeah,
Giants
let's
while we're
do that.
here. Um, I think the best pickup you guys got, and this is crazy, but it's true. Other than Runyon, the offensive guard, um, Drew Lock.
That's who I'm talking about, Drew Lock.
I'm actually okay with the pickup of Drew Lock.
Why? I think it's stupid.
I mean, you guys didn't have a
It,
backup quarterback. Daniel Jones is inconsistent. Like, why not? DeVito isn't the answer. Like, I don't.
why not DeVito?
I, why Daniel Jones?
I still think Daniel Jones has a chance to be a good quarterback. He just has to have a good O line around him. I don't think he's the worst option. Maybe I'm coping because I am a Giants fan, but I do think that they got better. I do think that it's going to be a better year this year than it was last year.
What's the over under that you would get rid of Dan Campbell? Like, how many games do you need to lose or win? How many games do you win this season? And it's like, all right, or not Dan Campbell, sorry, Brian Daboll.
Yeah, I was like, why did we move to the Lions? That's
No,
crazy.
sorry.
Yeah,
Brian
yeah. How
Daboll.
many over? I think 8 wins. More anything less than 8 wins, he's got to go.
Are you done with the Daboll experience?
I mean, if we can't figure it out, if we don't draft well and we end up having another tank year, it's got to be. We got to cut ties with everyone.
That's fair. All right, well then let's move into this. The New York Giants on our tier list. First team to start with. Are we saying they're Super Bowl favorites?
Yeah, that would be that. Yeah, actually. Yeah.
Okay, Super Bowl contenders.
No, okay. In all honesty, I do think they're like right at missing the playoffs level right now.
Really, in the NFC East.
Yes,
Do you think they're going to be competing with the Dallas Cowboys?
I do think they'll be better than last year. So
Okay.
let's just put them there.
All right. I'll do it because you're a fan. But if we'll go back and forth of what we like
If
veto.
you had your say, if you
Your veto
did,
takes it this turn. I have the next veto.
yes,
Mine would be
okay,
mediocre at best. But
all right,
with
okay,
that being
sure.
said, the team that doesn't make any moves any time ever is the next one up. I don't know how they actually compete, but the New Orleans Saints. So
Hey, they got Chase Young, so I'm
that
gonna put them at.
okay, but okay, I don't usually invest in like TikTok takes and social media takes, but people did like really show like what did Chase Young do on the San Francisco 49ers? Um there were a lot of
I
plays
mean,
taken off. He
let's
has some of the greatest potential out of any player, defensive lineman, but
let's not forget the fact that he's coming off of a knee injury. We're not gonna skip past that. Like it didn't happen in his first year. We I think last year was a year for him to kind of recoup, figure his thing out. I think this year he's gonna ball. So right now that Saints defense that's always kind of just really good, just got a lot better. So for me personally, I think they might be in the missing playoffs to potential wild
I
card.
would say potential wild cards. I mean, Demario Davis, Willie Gay Jr., two great players. I know they're getting older, but they're still there. Tyron Matthews still there, still a little bit older. But when you have a defensive head coach, you want that leadership, right? You want those guys. They're obviously going to draft defensive in the draft. That's what they always do. It's what they've proven to do. They have a good receiving core. They finally got rid of Thomas, so that's going to help them. Like,
Mhm.
thankfully, they finally got rid of Slant Boy, but I mean, and they signed
Crazy.
Nathan Peterman. Like, who wouldn't
Yeah,
want
that
Nathan Peterman
that
on their
kind of
squad?
that's what puts them over the top is
Like,
that
let's
Nathan
get rid of
Peterman.
Jameis Winston, who actually won some games for us, and bring in Nathan Peterman, who loses every game he
Yeah.
ever plays in. So we're gonna do potential
Where
wild
did
card.
Winston go? Where did Winston
He
go,
signed
to be
somewhere. I
honest? I
think
think
the Seahawks.
we'll figure it out. We'll figure it
Yeah,
out
it'll,
after
it'll
the
be in
show.
here somewhere. All right, so
Yeah.
potential
So,
wild card for the Saints. We're good with that.
yeah.
All right,
I
Miami
think
Dolphins. They have a crazy off season so far. So Jonnu Smith, Jordan Brooks, Jordan
Mhm,
Poyer, Shaquille Barrett,
mhm,
um,
mhm.
Ahmed coming back, re-signed.
True.
Kendall Fuller, Neville Gilmore.
Oh yeah, Neville Gilmore. Yeah.
Yeah, no Neville Gilmore, and then Braxton
Yeah.
Berrios coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Tyreek obviously coming back.
I
I
mean,
mean,
yeah.
same guys that they had last year. They just got better. They got better overall. I do think they are Super Bowl contenders.
You don't think they're Super Bowl
That's
favorites?
I don't think they're Super Bowl
Why are
favorites.
they Super Bowl favorites? Say it for me.
So long as they have Tua as quarterback and Patrick Mahomes is in that conference, they're not Super Bowl favorites.
I agree with you. You know my
They
feelings.
they have they have to go through Mahomes, and I don't think Tua is the quarterback to get them past.
They have everything except for the quarterback.
Yeah.
Defense can be better. But like when you have that coach and that offensive mind, like we need to be better. So I agree with you, Super Bowl contenders. Now I would say the next team, the Baltimore Ravens, had a quiet offseason, except for one
Mm-hmm.
player. And this makes me happier. I don't understand. People will
Yeah,
not
you don't have to
understand
deal with them
how
anymore.
happy this makes me. Shout
Jaguars
out,
fans are rooting for this.
shout out to the Yuli boy finally getting the fuck out of the AFC South, Derrick
Hell yeah.
Henry, and
Yep.
just made this offense completely different. Like this
I
offense
agree.
just changed. Gus Edwards was a great running back. Like they always had a good platoon running back, but Derrick Henry, the consistency, the has never slowed down. Like this takes this offense. I'm on the bandwagon with you now. I'll tell you that. Like
Let's
this team
go. There we
is
go.
completely different.
Let's go.
Mostly because thank the fuck God, thank
Yeah,
Jesus,
that
thank
you
Derek
don't have to deal with them anymore.
twice a year.
Yep.
um,
Yep.
Other than that, pretty quiet. Josh Johnson is a quarterback, is a backup quarterback. Nelson Aguilar coming back, re-signed. Um, Mabuki, I cannot say his name. I am sorry. The defensive lineman. Um,
Yeah.
Matabuke.
Yeah, Justin Matabike.
Matabike, thank you.
What
Is
I
he
was gonna say
Nigerian?
is, I think so. I believe so. It sounds like a Nigerian name. What I will say is, with the signing of Derrick Henry, it's not just all on Lamar's shoulder anymore. I think that's the best part about this is that like now there is I think Derrick Henry's obviously at its tail end of his career, but he's still good enough to carry a team. So now we're not just looking at Lamar to, you know, throw the ball down the field, run the ball down the field. Now he has Derrick Henry who can do what most running backs can't do. Although Tennessee didn't really let him play full down. So I mean, I'm interested to see if the Ravens will as well because he only I think he was a 2 down back. So
Yeah.
for for uh
This last
for
season.
for this next season, I'm really interested to see how he fares if they give him a full load. I do think that they still have Mitchell. They still have, I believe, they still have. Now his name is escaping me, but they still have two of their three. They have Justice Hill still. They have Mitchell. They have and I don't know why he got injured, but they still have that another running back that's there that could be potentially good for Derrick Henry to kind of just have a big platoon of backs and just and get the work done. But for me, I do think that the Ravens would be Super Bowl favorites,
Okay.
and that's because they added Derrick Henry. They lost Patrick Queen, but that's the only player that they lost on their defense from what I have seen so far. That's the only player that they've lost, and I just feel like that just like to retain that much and to retain and then to add on top of that is unprecedented. And I do think that they will be back playing the Chiefs again in the AFC Championship. Maybe a different outcome this time, but
Yeah.
I do think they will get there.
Keaton Mitchell,
Yeah, Keaton Mitchell, and then there was
Justice Hill, Derrick Henry are the three running backs on the roster now.
okay, so they must have cut him or let him go, but the name is like just on the tip of my tongue, but whatever, it's fine. Let's
I think
move on
what's
to the
scary,
next team.
really quick though, Derrick Henry, 2 years, 16 million, only $8 million a year. So he's going somewhere to win. He's not going somewhere for
Mhm.
money.
Yeah.
Which is really crazy. Next team, we have the Cincinnati Bengals. T. Higgins came back. They franchise tagged him, right?
No, I don't think
Oh,
so.
really? Just gave him 1 year, 20. That's crazy. Zach Moss, the gritty man himself, Mike Gesicki.
Yes, and
Drew.
then they added two. They added two linemen, or they re-signed an lineman and
And
added
Trent
another one.
Brown. Yeah.
Trent Brown and someone else. I can't remember who the other.
Brown Jr.,
But
Orlando Brown Jr. or Orlando Brown.
possibly, but they did get better on the O line, which is all we've been asking for this whole time. I think with that kind of move, they are Super Bowl contenders automatically. They've been in the Super Bowl already with less, so I do think that they're Super Bowl contenders like right away.
Where are we putting them? Above or
I would
behind?
I say in front of the Dolphins.
I think I can
It's
agree
crazy
with
how
you.
this list it's crazy how this list changed since the last time we did it.
Yeah.
And I know we didn't air that one, but like it's
It's
crazy. This is
off season, and
already
that's why we held off. Literally the next day, it was like, all right,
yeah,
well, we can't do this. We gotta,
yeah,
yeah. All
yeah.
right, Denver Broncos.
Yeah, they could go right back down to where they were before. I don't think they've gotten any better. They have just been, like I said, it's a yard sale for a lot of teams.
I
They've
mean,
sold a lot. They signed Jared Stidham. That's about the most notable thing I think they've done so
who's their
far.
quarterback?
Jared Stidham.
All right, number one pick contention.
Yes,
Actually,
exactly.
I know that sounds terrible, but in that division, the Chargers gonna be better this year. Absolutely. I
Mm.
mean, new head coach, a lot of buzz. They have Harbaugh
They
going
lost
around.
Keenan. They lost Keenan Allen though.
The guy, okay, I'm not crazy about them losing Keenan
Don't
Allen.
don't 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 badmouth Keenan
I'm
Allen.
actually
That
shocked
is a
they let Mike Williams and Keenan Allen walk.
okay, but Mike Williams could never stay on the field. So I don't. I know a lot of people are
What's
on the
what's we'll
Jets
wait,
about that.
we'll
Well,
just get there. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
The
yeah,
Raiders will be better, the Chiefs will be better, and the Chargers will be better. I don't know where the Denver
yeah.
Broncos fit into that.
I think they're right where they should be.
Number one pick number one
Yeah.
pick contention. All right, the Minnesota Vikings.
What? Who's their quarterback? Because
Sam Darnold.
that's the only thing. Not right now. I think they're going to be right in front of the Giants.
Jonathan Greenyard, Van Ginkel, Blake Cashman, Aaron Jones, uh, nothing crazy I'm seeing. Shaquille Griffin. Ooh, that's crazy. Nothing
I
insane.
think
They did regress, unfortunately. I don't think people realize, like, people are clowning everyone for Kirk Cousins getting as much as he did for the Falcons. People don't realize that Kirk Cousins is a top 10 quarterback. Like, you saw the moment he
easily.
was out, the Vikings just fell apart. They weren't the team that they were with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah.
And I get that it was time for him to leave. Like, I get it. Like, we've tried it, the experiments there, but like, he was a great quarterback, and this team definitely regressed this year, unfortunately. Now, that being said, they'll probably have a better record than they did last year, but that's just looking back on it.
Yeah, I do think that Kirk it was a big loss, like a bigger loss than a lot of people would like to admit. But um, yeah, I mean, we'll see how Darnold fares because I don't think he'll do very well. It's like handing a Ferrari to and a child. So for me, I just don't think it's gonna work. But stranger things have happened. So for right now, I do think they are in front of the Giants for not making the playoffs.
I can agree with that, which is so funny because they were so high last year and
Mhm.
just a fall off. Like, I think Jettas is going to be the next one out. I really think that, like,
I mean, depending on how they do this year, he might be gone.
yeah, and
They
he might.
they did get better on defense. They did get better on
That's
defense.
true. He might be a Charger by the end of this season.
That's not
I
gonna
could
happen.
see it. I mean, think about it. No wide receivers right now, caliber quarterback, a coach that wants to win right now, and a team that will
Mhm.
probably be selling by the end of it. I could see the Chargers giving up 2, 3 first round picks for Justin Jefferson.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if they're willing to give up first round picks, then yeah, maybe.
It's gonna have to be right. Like it's gonna
Yeah,
be.
there's no you can't give up anything less. He's
Yeah.
the, I would say, arguably top 2 receiver in the league. So
Number one, but yeah, sure, yeah,
yeah,
like top two.
depends who you ask, but sure. Yeah, let's move on to the next team with another potential top 5, top 10 receiver in the league.
Yeah, Cooper Cup.
Yeah, that's not who I was talking about. We're talking about
But okay,
Puka
that's still
fucking
crazy.
Nakua.
That's still crazy to have
It is.
Puka
It's
and
insane.
Cooper Cup. Like, who's the one? It's 1A, 1B.
Yeah. I mean, I could see Nakua being number 1A by the end of the
Yep.
year, but
Um, added Darius Williams coming back. Right, he is a cornerback that broke up the pass in the NFC Championship and wasn't
I want
pass
to
interference. Um,
I want to say yes. I think you
and
mean Darius Slay.
no, because the Williams went to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yeah, it is him. Okay. Um,
Yeah.
all right. So Darius Williams, Jimmy Garoppolo,
Jimmy G.
who you said
My
was
man.
the starting quarterback.
Go.
Jonah Jackson, Kevin Dotson on the offensive line, Colby Parkinson, which I think is actually not a bad pickup. Did Stafford? I feel like is this Stafford's last year?
Yeah, probably. I would say so. He's won a Super Bowl. I think he probably wants to get one more, but I don't see it happening.
I mean, not with the biggest loss of the season.
Yeah, just like Aaron Donald, I think Stafford will be hanging it up next year.
Aaron Donald retiring, which is super sad
Huge loss.
for the NFL
Huge
world.
loss. Yeah. Happy for the quarterback world,
Yeah,
if I'm being honest.
yeah. Potential wild
I put
cards.
them. Yeah, I put them right there in front of the Saints for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They have their quarterback.
They do have their quarterback.
I
Unfortunately, I don't think.
am happy for Baker Mayfield before you say anything. But
I am also happy for Baker,
okay,
but I also don't think it's gonna work out. I think the Baker experiment was great last year, but again, teams figure you out. After a while, teams figure you out.
I mean,
I
they do have
just
some
feel
good
like
picks though. Like they did pick up some good players. Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans resigned. Anton Winfield resigned. Levante David resigned. Um, Chase Edmonds, Jordan Whitehead. I mean, here's the thing about the Buccaneers. They just need to not be the worst team in the NFC South, and they'll probably win the division.
yeah, I mean, this year I don't know, but I'm saying I would put them like comfortably in front of the Saints, but I don't think they go any further than that.
Yeah, they make the playoffs. They might win some crazy playoff game, like 17-16 on Baker Mayfield throwing a weird screen with 2 seconds left, and they run down the sideline and win the game. I think that's a good place for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, potential wild card.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna go with the Detroit Lions. DJ Reader, that's a big pickup. I don't think like that's kind of an underrated.
That's a huge run stuffer right there.
Yeah,
So
and that's what Dan Campbell wants. Kevin Zeitler on the offensive guard. Emmanuel
that
Mosley.
that offensive line couldn't get better, and they did just get better. So I do think like that's huge.
Yeah, re-signing Graham oh my God, Glasgow. And then yeah, that this team probably winning the NFC North. Competing with the Packers. Packers did get better, but we'll get to that. But Detroit Lions, I would put as playoff team.
I'm being honest.
No, you're not.
Non-bias. Personally, I'd like to see them in Super Bowl favorites, but that's just me.
I need them to prove
That's just where I'm at.
I need 1 year proving it.
Hey. That's my opinion. That's all I'm saying.
The Dolphins and I'll put them in Super Bowl contenders above the Dolphins, but there's two things holding these two teams back.
Yes, they're quarterbacks.
Yes. Um,
Yeah. But I
dumpster.
trust Jared Goff more than
I
I
do.
trust Tua.
Yeah. The dumpster fire of the Chicago Bears. Um, I don't know if they got better. I don't like. We gotta say wait till the draft until Caleb
Me
Williams.
personally, if they draft Caleb Williams, this is the asterisk. If they do draft Caleb Williams, I'm putting them in potential wild cards.
I mean, Jalen Johnson, good pickup. DeAndre Swift, good pickup. Ryan Bates, not bad.
Good,
Gerald Everett, not bad. Two safeties with Jonathan Owens and Kevin Byard, crazy.
good pickups.
Looking at
Keenan
Patrick
Allen,
Scales,
good
yeah,
pickup.
yeah. Matt Pryor
They got
resigned. Keenan Allen,
they already have
more.
more. Another great add to their team from last year. I think personally they could be very well in competition with the Detroit Lions and the Packers. I think this division is going to be a tough one. I think it's going to be very hard to make the playoffs in this division, but I could see all of them making the playoffs at this point.
Now,
Maybe not the Vikings, but we'll see.
I don't believe Caleb Williams is going to have a CJ Stroud year. Um,
Okay?
I think the Texans probably had one of the best offensive game plans in like of any team last year. I don't think the Bears are going to have that offensive capability. Um,
Okay?
and I think that they can get there. They're on the right path, but I would still put them in missing the playoffs, maybe potential wild cards. So in front of the Vikings, just
Yeah.
underneath the Saints, just because of the division that they play in. So I'd put them missing
I
playoffs.
do Yeah, I do think that they probably will miss the playoffs, but I do believe in the Caleb Williams hype. So I do think that they're gonna make the playoffs. But that's just me. And they already have a great team.
I mean, 7-10 is a winning season for the Bears.
I say they win 9 games.
Okay. That would probably put them in potential wild card.
Yeah.
San Francisco 49ers. I don't even care who they added. They don't need to add anyone. But they added Leonard Floyd. They added Jordan Elliott. Malik Collins, Brandon Allen, they re-signed him. They added Josh Dobbs. Low key, cool,
Oh yeah.
kind of good pickup. But I think we both agree 49ers are probably going to be Super Bowl favorites.
Yep. I think what we have to do here is there can only be 4 Super Bowl favorites up there, and 49ers gotta be one of them.
Okay.
So one in each division, or one in each conference so far.
So above or below the Ravens?
Below the Ravens, I think, personally.
I think that the 49ers weapons are
This is
still
my
better.
This is my veto. This is my veto.
That's fine. I think the 49ers have better weapons.
Yeah, they could, but I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. Philadelphia Eagles. They added the second best running back in the NFL, Saquon Barkley.
We just don't need to talk about
CJ Gardner
okay?
Johnson,
Just
Brandon Graham.
Just put them where they need to be. Just cut the shit. Put them where they're supposed to be.
Wait,
okay?
Devin
done.
White, which is crazy. Okay.
Just to put them in the favorites. We know they're
Kenny
favorites.
Pickett is actually a great pickup for the Eagles.
You need to stop this.
No. I'm actually serious. Like, how do you actually feel about really talking about this? Kenny Pickett going to the Philadelphia Eagles, being traded from the Steelers.
Who cares? Fuck the Eagles. I don't care. I think they're Super Bowl favorites. They did a great job. But all that said, they can fucking
eat it.
Kick rocks. They can kick rocks with no shoes on. Okay?
Behind the 49ers, I still don't think they're better than the 49ers.
They're not better than the 49ers. No.
Okay.
They basically took the 49ers playbook though.
Yeah.
Stack up on your defense, add a star running back to go with your pretty good quarterback. Throw weapons.
Now here's the issue. They can't do tush push anymore.
sucks. They
because
still
they
have
don't
Saquon.
have Jason Kelsey. Like, people
They
don't
still have
realize
Saquon.
he's the reason why that play worked. No other
He is.
offensive
He is.
lineman was getting so low and acting like they were a defensive tackle in the four technique. Like, no one was doing that.
I'm sure. I'm sure they'll figure out a way to get something going. They have of two of the best runners in football. So
Squatting
we
900
can.
pounds back there, 1,500
Yeah.
pounds of
Yeah.
squats.
I think we'll be good. I think they'll be
Um,
good.
Raiders added Christian Wilkins, which is a great pickup for them.
Great pick. Yeah.
Gardner Minshew, I guess that's their starting quarterback. Amir Abdullah re-signed. Harrison Bryant is the tight end. Alexander Madison, interesting. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Nothing crazy. Um, I know
No
they
splashes, to be honest.
no, and nothing crazy in the quarterback side of it. Probably gonna be drafting quarterback. I think they have like bringing back the interim head coach Pierce. Um, I think he's gonna be like that Dan Campbell kind of guy. He's the AFC
Mhm.
Dan Campbell to me, but I do think they will be missing the playoffs.
I also think they're missing the playoffs, but they're first in that missing the playoffs.
Above the Bears.
Correct, yeah. And it's strictly because of the division that they're in. I just don't think they have enough firepower to beat the Chiefs or the Chargers.
I think they have a worse record than the Bears and the Vikings. On paper, the roster might be better, but I think they're going to be a worse record than both these teams.
You can put them down. It's behind the Bears and the Packers. Yeah, I'm
Um,
okay with that.
Green Bay Packers now added
Okay.
this guy from the New York Giants, Xavier McKinney.
Yeah, you know what? We can also cut that too.
And
Let's not talk about any of the ex-Giants players, okay? It still hurts. Still hurts me right here, Chandler.
they lost Aaron Jones, but they
They did
upgraded
lose.
to Josh
Who did they get?
Jacobs.
That's crazy. That is an upgrade. That is a
You were ready
mighty
to
fine
roast me.
upgrade.
You were already like,
That is
no one's gonna be better than Aaron Jones, and then
that is a mighty fine upgrade. I think we can all agree they are a playoff team for sure. I just am not sure if I'm ready to put them at Super Bowl contender.
no, they're our first playoff team. Who would have thought the Green Bay
Mhm.
Packers, led by Jordan Love, would be playoff team?
Me.
Um, how are we
I was
feeling?
I was ready to put them there beforehand. They just kind of solidified their spot.
Um, how do you feel about Lafleur?
I, he seems to just keep getting by, and I think
He's like
maybe
Mike
he is a good
McCarthy.
coach. Maybe he is a good coach. Maybe he's not, but he just seems to keep having these great quarterbacks fall into his lap, and they just keep getting him through.
Okay, so we have the Commanders. What the fuck is this, by the way? They went out and knocked on people's doors like they were selling like car books from the 1990s, and they made it work. All right, you ready for this? Okay, we got
Now let's go.
Dorrance Armstrong,
Hmm.
Luvu, Bayadas.
Yeah,
I don't know if I said that. Austin Eckler,
yeah,
Marcus Mariota,
yeah.
Zach Ertz, Allegretti,
Hmm. Dang.
Farrell,
Yeah.
McManus is a kicker,
Okay.
Bobby
Yeah.
Wagner,
Oh
um,
yeah.
Dante Fowler Jr., and Jamison Crowder.
I mean, they kind of stacked up names that were really big, like
5 years
4 or 5
ago.
years ago.
I think,
But
yeah.
is that going to put him over the hump in that division? I don't think so. Marcus Mariota has been meh at best if he's their starting quarterback, because I think they did trade away
How?
yeah, Howell. I think he's with Seattle now, right?
I'll have to check.
I guess I guess we'll get to them in a second, but yeah, I think Sam Howell is in Seattle. Um yeah. I think they're missing the playoffs. I
The
think they're right
best
behind or in front
behind
of
the
the Giants.
Bears. I'd put them behind the Bears
Yeah.
because really looking at it, Zach Ertz, I don't know why he would go to the Commanders. That's to me, I think Ertz really got screwed over in the NFL.
Yeah.
To be a top tight end, really a top three tight end, like it was really once. Oh my God, Minnesota's Vikings tight end now.
Hawkinson.
kind of came to the league and took over. But like Kelsey, Kittle, and then Ertz was like that was the reliability. Those 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Eagles traded him to Arizona, and Arizona doesn't know how to throw a football. I don't even know if they actually know they're playing the sport football. But yeah, I think I can see that as a good spot. I would say
Yeah.
they're better than the Vikings, but worse than the Bears.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Arizona Cardinals, team that doesn't know they're playing football, who's their head coach?
I don't really think. Is it Lincoln Riley or is it what's the Gannon
Oh yeah, I think it's Gannon.
or something like that? I can't remember the guy. I just know it's a poverty franchise through and through.
Yeah, it's
They're
Gannon.
gonna be ass again. Just put them down where they belong.
Well, let's see. Let's see what their picks were. I haven't really been. This is a wait. Okay. All right, give him a chance. Okay, Justin Jones,
Right.
defense tackle. Sean Murphy Bunting. Okay, Mac
Yeah.
Wilson. Okay, DJ Dallas. Okay, all right. Jonah Williams, offensive tackle. And the most notable pick, I mean, obviously Desmond Ritter.
Yeah, okay. So put them down where they belong, please. Thank you. Yeah.
The sad part is I could see
You
Desmond
lost.
Ritter
You lost me
starting.
at. You lost me at DJ Dallas. If I'm being completely honest with you, that's where you lost
Good kick
me.
returner.
Yeah, great kick returner. What's that going to do for you?
Well, they get scored on a lot, so they're gonna get a lot of kick returns.
He'll have a lot of yards for sure. Yeah,
A Pro Bowl year for DJ Dallas as a kick returner. Not a bad bet.
I'm predicting it right now. He's gonna have a good time.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
He's gonna see the field a lot. That's for sure.
Yeah, more than he ever did in Seattle.
Sure.
Pittsburgh Steelers, also very interesting offseason. Patrick Queen, great pickup. Russell Wilson, worst trade. I wouldn't want Russell Wilson. Van Jefferson. But their backup quarterback, who is going to be starting after week 7, Justin Fields.
That's the guy.
Yeah.
I genuinely think for his career, that was probably the best place he could
Mike
land
Tomlin and Justin Fields, are you kidding me?
I think it's gonna be disgusting, to be honest. And I'm gonna say wild card because they're never not there, so I'm just gonna leave them in the wild card race.
Above the Buccaneers?
Yeah.
I'm excited for the Steelers. I genuinely, I don't want Russell Wilson to start. I'm sorry. I really don't.
I think he'll start, and I think he'll have a decent time of it, but I think eventually it'll be Justin Fields. He's getting paid more.
Yeah, isn't that funny?
Yeah.
But going next, Buffalo Bills. So AJ Epinanza. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on with me. I'm usually not this bad. Trubisky coming back. Daquan Jones. Deion Dawkins, extension. David Edwards, guard. Taylor Rapp. Has it on here twice. Curtis Samuel.
Good pickup. Low key a good pickup.
Lost Gabe Davis.
Oh, you knew it. Yeah. Where did Gabe Davis go?
We'll get to it.
Yeah, okay. All right. Let's go. I think Buffalo is still a Super Bowl contender so long as Josh Allen's on that team. So just put him where they belong.
I'm gonna put him over Dolphins still. The quarterback wins.
I don't know.
The quarterback wins.
Sure.
I don't think
based off of QBs, I can agree with you on that.
And if they're playing in Buffalo in December or in playoffs,
yeah, it's a guaranteed win.
Yeah. Atlanta Falcons, Kirk Cousins, Darnell Mooney. Why aren't we talking about this? Anyone? Rondell Moore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's kind of like the main 3, but slightly got better.
They also still have one. They still have London. They still have Pitts. They still have Cordero Patterson. They have.
You're forgetting their running back, sir, Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, Bijan Robinson. I think personally, playoff team is a pretty good spot for them.
Behind the Packers.
Yeah,
I
think they win their division this year.
It depends how well Kirk comes off that Achilles injury.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
he's 36 or he's 32, 33. Like that's a hard injury to come back.
35.
So, Seattle Seahawks up next. Um, Fleece of a trade. Um, first time.
Who did they get back?
I mean, it's just fleece of the trade of getting rid of Russell Wilson and getting Drew Lock for a year and Noah Fant and then first round
Yeah,
picks. Like, and they re-signed Noah
I do.
Fant for 2 years, 21 million. They signed Leonard Williams, Rashawn Jenkins. I did not know he left the Jaguars. You were right. Sam Howell got traded. Pharaoh
Yeah.
Brown, tight end. Kayvon
Mm-hmm.
Wallace from Tennessee Titans. Um,
Mm-hmm.
they just I don't know with the new head coach what it's going to be like without Pete Carroll, the youngest, oldest man I've ever seen in my life. Um,
Yeah, that's fun. I'm not sure why they got rid of Pete, but hey, I do think that they will be probably wild card. It's crazy because we have a bunch of teams that are just gonna end up piling up in the bottom, yeah, bottom tier. I think they're behind. Yeah, I think right there is probably good.
oh, the unfortunate tale of the New England Patriots. Went off
Yeah.
though. Anonwu, Hunter Henry, um,
Mm-hmm.
Kyle Duggar, Jacoby Brissett coming back. Oh yeah. Jalen Rieger, Antonio
Mm-hmm. Good
Gibson. That's
pick.
actually a good pickup. Austin Hooper, KJ Osborne.
I think it be because it's uh what's the coach's name again?
Mayo.
Yeah, Gerard Mayo, because it's Gerard Mayo's first year as a coach. Strictly because of that, I think they're going to be mediocre at best. But I do think that he was the right person to pick up. And I think that it's just going to get better after this year.
You gotta have 1 year of cleaning up, right? Um,
For sure.
Jacksonville Jaguars. Gabe
Let's hear
Davis,
him. Yeah, good pickup.
Ezra Cleveland re-signed. Josh Allen re-signed. Mac Jones signed Mitch Morse, the center for the Buffalo Bills. Darnell
Mm-hmm.
Savage, Dearness Johnson's re-signed. Devin Duvernay from the Baltimore Ravens kick returner.
Yeah.
Ronald
Yeah.
Darby, Eric
Mm-hmm.
Armstead
It's a good pickup.
with Josh Allen and Trayvon
Mm-hmm.
Walker and Travis Gibson.
Yeah.
They did what they needed to
I'm
do.
saying playoffs. I'm saying playoff team. I do think that they did a great job. Like they popped off. To
As a
say,
Jaguars fan, I actually like okay, we lost Calvin Ridley.
Mhm.
I'm cool with it because Gabe Davis to me is a fair trade there. We didn't use Calvin Ridley the way we should have. He's a great wide receiver, still one of the best receivers in the league. He proved that.
Yeah,
But Christian Kirk is truly Trevor's guy. And then we have EE, like another person that Evan Ingram that the Giants could just not do anything with has come to the Jaguars and been a top 5 tight end the past 2 years.
yep.
I'm not trying to throw shade. Like I'm being serious. Like he's
No,
just he's
I mean it's fair. It is what it is. We
um
let him go.
but the Jaguars did what they needed to do. They got to put everything together and then in the situation where I think Mac Jones if Trevor gets hurt like he did last year, we maybe win those 1 or 2 games that Beathard goes in, right? Because I think
Mhm.
Matt Jones is an improvement and we need to be a game manager and he can game manage. Um, I'm more excited this year as a Jaguars fan, and this is before the draft. If we have a good player come out of the draft, we could see
Yeah,
a good season for the Jaguars.
yeah, and maybe we'll do this after the draft too. See where people
Everything
land. But
falls. Yep.
let's go Browns next.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want to discuss these guys. I'm just
Jameis Winston, by the
like
way.
okay. So
Jerry Judy,
yeah,
Devin Bush.
that's good pickup.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's put them in. I think the wild card spot is kind of getting stuffed, but I think that's where they belong.
You don't think they're a playoff
Potential.
team?
No, I think they're. I mean, they are a playoff team still, but they're top. Yeah, I think that right there.
Houston Texans.
Now that's a playoff team.
Joe Mixon picked up. Dalton
Mm-hmm.
Schultz re-signed.
Mm-hmm.
Aljair, linebacker.
Yeah.
Danico Autry, big pickup. Jeff Okuda, Darnell, or sorry, yeah, isn't it Darnell Hunter? Daniil Hunter. Sorry,
Neil
Daniil
Hunter,
Hunter. My bad. Um, Fairbairn coming back as a kicker.
yeah.
Mario Edwards, Noah Brown, Tommy Townsond. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna say Super Bowl contender, to be honest.
Are you serious?
I think, yeah, yeah, just drop them right there. Drop them in the bucket. Yeah, they are loaded.
If Tank Dell
And
can
let
be
let's not
healthy
let's
too.
not forget, yeah, let's not forget that they're also getting Tank Dell back, and like I think they're gonna be great this year. And so long as you have C.J. Stroud and you have D'Amico Ryans, I think they're gonna be a
If
Super Bowl
CJ can
contender.
stay
Super
healthy,
Bowl
this team is
contender.
absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I think they are. Maybe we see a super or a sophomore slump, possibly.
I didn't want to say it. I don't want to jinx it. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. We're gonna do this just because,
Yeah, we're not even gonna
like,
discuss it. You know why? You know
you
why?
know what?
You know why they're there.
One thing I do want to say, Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown, fuck, fuck.
That's a good pickup.
Tyreek Hill
I
2.0.
let's not get that far. Let's not go that far.
Chris
I don't
Jones
think he's there.
re-signed. Sneed, Tranquil, and Matt Araiza, the punter, the one that got signed by the Buffalo Bills, a 6th-round pick that had allegations towards him. He got
Yes,
released
I
and
remember that.
everything. So,
Mhm.
that's a good story. Hopefully, nothing but the best.
Yeah.
L.A. Chargers, Gus Edwards,
Super-
Denzel
Yeah.
Perryman, Hayden
hmm
Hurst, Easton Stick. Um,
Great name.
Playoff
No.
team.
Yeah. Playoff team for sure.
Playoff team?
Oh yeah. If we're saying, I mean, I guess at this point, do we even know? Because every year we kind of say, oh, they're going to be a playoff team, and then they end up disappointing us. Possibly not. And now that I'm thinking more about it,
But hey,
I think
they
maybe
had the dumbest coach in the NFL.
fair enough. They did have a real shit coach. I think Brandon Staley was holding them back quite a lot. So hopefully Harbaugh can get them into the playoffs and competing, but it's yet to be proven and yet to be seen. So
All right, the
we'll
most
leave him there.
confusing team that we can have on this list. The most confusing team. Aaron Rodgers is back. Kinlaw, Tyrod Taylor, John Simpson, Greg Zerloin, Thomas Morstead. Interesting re-signing. Mike Williams, Tyron Smith. Um, this could be a playoff team.
Yeah, I think it's another playoff team. I refuse to put them there, but you can veto this one. I refuse to put them there too. I think right there is probably best.
I think the Packers. Okay.
I personally, I think that's probably where they land.
Carolina Panthers.
Young but intriguing. I think that's where the only place we can put them.
Yeah. No,
I don't
Clavon
think we'll be
Chason.
mediocre.
Interesting. I didn't know we got okay. Clavon Chason, Deontay Johnson, Troy Hill,
Oh,
Joseph Joel, Robert Hunt, offensive guard, Damian Lewis. They really invested in the offensive line. I don't care. That's
yeah, I
funny.
still think
Bryce Young, and okay.
nice young, but yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one. We didn't
Okay.
even plan that.
Yeah. No.
We're just that good.
All right. Tennessee Titans. Tony Pollard. Interesting. Does he fill those
Yeah,
shoes? I don't think so, but he's still good. Calvin Ridley. To think you gave up on AJ Brown. This is my issue. You gave up on AJ Brown because you want to spend money on AJ Brown. Okay.
just to spend money on Calvin Ridley. How silly.
Mason
The
Rudolph.
NFL is a silly place.
Yeah. Kenneth Murray. I think that's a good pick.
Mhm. I think they'll go right beside the Patriots for sure. Yeah.
With no Vrabel.
Yeah. I don't see them getting. I think they might be behind the Patriots, to be honest.
No. I don't know what the Patriots are. I'm more confident in the roster of the Titans, and at least they have a quarterback, Will Levis. I
Yeah.
personally think is gonna do better than Given, but that's me personally. I'll let you say the worst than the Patriots if you think.
No, we'll leave him there. I think that's an okay spot.
The Indianapolis Colts, Michael Pittman Jr. re-signed. Zaire Franklin, Kenny Moore re-signed. Joe Flacco signed. I don't know how he's still in the league. Taven Bryan signed. Ronnie Harrison.
Mm-hmm. I think young but intriguing is probably the only place I could put him.
Really? With AR coming back?
With AR coming back. I think he didn't have a full season, right? So he's still going to have through those
Yeah,
kicks
he's
and
got to
still
learn to
move
not
through.
throw his body around.
Yeah.
I
think young and intriguing is definitely a good spot.
Now I can see them making the playoffs. I can see really.
I could also see them making the playoffs. I think A Rich at his finest could be a better Cam Newton.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I think that's probably I think they're we're adding another row.
Yeah.
only place they belong. That's right. That completes the list, and we can just leave it there.
When you think about
No
it, they
notes.
did. I think they actually did get worse. They signed a long snapper, Eric Kendricks. What did they do?
They really didn't do shit. They
lost
do shit
Tony
in
Pollard.
Yeah.
And Dak Prescott changed
facial hair.
Everything.
Has some allegations out on him now. So yeah, I'm not sure what's don't know what they're gonna look like, so we're just gonna leave them there.
I would probably put them missing playoffs. I think we have this a little too top heavy. Super Bowl favorites, so that's 1 through 2. That's 1 and 2. Okay, let's do 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that's already way too many, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. This would be number 3. This would be number 4.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't be.
No. Yeah, it would be number 4 for the NFC.
Oh yeah. Oh no. It's because it'd be 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, sir. They're in the same division. They can't be 3 and 4.
Oh yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
We think that.
Oh no, Falcons.
No,
Falcons. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it would go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Or no.
Okay, so
6, 7.
7's right. Yeah.
6, 7.
So you got to move the Bucks down.
This is potential wild card, so they could make it.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So
you're right.
If we did it, it would be San Fran number 1, Eagles number 2, Lions number 3, Falcons number 4. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
From there, it would be Green Bay number 5, Rams number 6, and then Seahawks number 7.
Yeah, I think I trust more in the Bucks than I do the Seahawks.
Okay. And the AFC would be Kansas City number 1, Baltimore number 2, Buffalo number 3, and then the Houston Texans number 4.
Yes.
And then it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 playoff teams.
Yeah.
And then Chargers, Jets would not make it.
I can see that. It'll be a tough one this year.
This year going to be crazy. I think the draft is only going to change everything and make it worse too.
Yeah, I think I'm curious to see what happens in the draft and how this list changes.
Yeah, it's going to be drastic. We'll probably do it again after that. And you know what? Next time we're going to do David ranking his milk products.
Yeah, let's not do that. It'll be a very short list.
We'll do drinks. How about that? We'll do David drinks, his favorite drinks.
Okay.
And then we'll do a tier list of that. Yeah, I think. And then that way we can judge it.
Okay, I'm down for that.
All right. Off top of your head, number 1 drink that you got?
Gin and tonic.
Really? It doesn't be alcoholic. Just damn, just straight.
Gin and tonic. That's the.
Wake up in the morning, gin and tonic. Is that what you're over there? Literally just tonic. Just tonic water.
Just drinking some tonic water, yeah.
That's crazy. Okay,
Good for the soul.
What's the worst drink? Tim Hortons.
Let's go with. That's crazy. No. I got a better one. What are those things called? A martini. Fuck a martini. It's just straight alcohol. No, thank you. I'm good.
How do you feel about old fashions?
Oh, even worse.
Okay,
Those
well,
are terrible.
well, is it martini or old fashioned? Which one's worse?
They're both bad. Let's just put it at that.
Okay, worst fountain drink. How about that?
Oh, root beer. Easily.
What?
Yeah. Root beer is fucking disgusting.
That's diabolical.
Oh, sorry. That's in the same family.
Dr. Pibb.
Cream
Mr. Pig.
soda.
Cream soda?
Yeah.
If I go up to a fountain drink, the last thing I'm gonna grab is like a Sprite or a Mountain Dew.
That's crazy. Sprite is number one.
Anyways,
Mountain Dew, I don't give a.
What's the check down with Chandler and David?
All right,
I'm Chandler.
Yeah, before we start throwing hands through the screen.
And until next week, thank you and peace.
Peace.